Hey guys, Little Harry here and welcome to the most requested video my channel has ever received. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the primary school days video part 2. So today guys, I'm going to be talking about my experiences in primary school and maybe you can relate to some of them. Obviously if you went to my primary school you're going to understand this a lot more, but if you didn't, from the last video I learned that a lot of primary schools actually do really similar sort of stuff, so yeah, just enjoy the video guys. Now the first thing we're going to talk about today were the insults in primary school. My god guys, these were ruthless. If you were insulted like this in primary school, there was no coming back, alright? You were... Now the first insult would be this classic. Alright, that's it. You're not coming to my birthday party. Oh my god! And what? I mean, half the time they weren't even having a birthday party. But no, you're not coming to my birthday party. And if you said that now, I'd be like, I don't care. I didn't even know it was your birthday, you prick. Now the next insult was, you're a poo face. Say that now, alright, you get accused of being a racist, okay? But back then, calling someone a poo face, that was like the lowest that was a low blow. They'd fall to their knees after this bad boy. I mean, poo face, Jesus Christ. And then the final insult. Right, that's it. You've left me no other option. I'm telling. From the pause and then saying I'm telling to raising the hand, it's like hell on earth. And then obviously they'd put the hand up and you'd be like, oh my god, no, put your hand down. But no, they'd like keep the hand up. The teacher, alright, their head is just scanning the perimeter and then they see that this young man has got their hand up. What do? They start walking towards him. You start freaking out, alright, you don't know what to do. You're like, oh my god, please, I'm begging you, don't tell. The teacher is here now. The hand is still up. They look up to the teacher. The teacher is looking down like, mate, what do you want from me? And then this can either go one of two ways. The kid either says, this boy was extremely rude to me and I want him taken out of the area immediately. You know, which, I mean, that didn't often happen. And usually, this is what happens. Yeah, miss, can I have some help with question 3, please? You fucking dickhead. Oh, God, you had me worried there. Now next. Alright, it was coming up to the end of year 6. And the teachers give you some very hard-hitting news. Alright everyone, now it's come up to that time of the year again when you are all gonna have to take someone to the school dance. We're gonna go to the dance a week today, so yeah, get us scared. Now this was basically a marriage proposal, alright? I mean, personally, I was rejected by 3 different girls because they all already had someone to go with. Biggest excuse that was going back then. It was just heartbreaking. Anyway, someone finally said yes. The coolest part of this night was obviously, you know, when school got a call from my mum saying I had to go to the doctors with my brother. I had to walk out the hall and leave my dance. And then, I remember this. I was walking out the hall, guys, and I turned round to see that my dance that I'd asked to the school disco was dancing with this little dweeb that she rejected because I was going with her. And then she was dancing with him once that I'd left, so I'd been completely replaced. Now next, we've got the buddy base. Now here's a little bit of background information. The buddy base was basically an area that you could go if you were getting bullied or you just weren't very happy, and you'd go and sit there, and then this is where the buddies come in, alright? The justice enforcers of primary school, if you will. Now, I became a buddy, obviously, you know, patrolling the yard, looking for chaos, that I could walk anywhere with no restrictions. Alright, if you were a buddy, you were an absolute god, okay? What inspired me to become a buddy was how shit it was. Like, I remember in year 2, I was getting bullied, alright? By this kid called Brooke, alright? Brooke, if you're watching, alright? Prick. I remember I was getting bullied by this kid called Brooke. And I thought, you know what? I'm not going to tell my friends because back then I didn't really have any friends. But yeah, so I went to the buddy base and I sat there. Did anyone even look in my general direction? No! I was left there by myself in a traumatic state. And this shit made you feel worse. Alright, you went to the buddy base and you feel worse about yourself. Fuck the buddies. You had football club. Alright, you had like badminton, you had tennis, you had all that stuff. But lads, you were a proper legend if you went to gardening club. I was a gardening club member, alright? Adam Eels, you remember gardening club, don't you? You'd miss lessons, you'd plant daffodils, and you were an absolute nutcase. Teachers would be like, excuse me, where do you think you're going? Oh, sorry, don't you know? I'm a gardening club member. If you go to primary school now, go to gardening club. On a certain day of the week, your year group would be allocated to the apparatus. There was like a running wheel, there were like these climbing frame things. There was this like absolutely crap chessboard thing, but you know, we used to pretend that we were playing chess on it, and it was absolutely sick. However, there was a dark side to the apparatus. Although obviously, you know, fun and games aside, people would get thrown off 24/7. People were told off for running on the apparatus. Literally, you're meant to run. People were thrown off this thing by this teacher that everyone, I'm not even joking, everyone hated her. And they just rant to all the other kids about it, and they'd be like, oh my god, you're so cool. Now, speaking about being cool, becoming house captain. Alright, my god, everyone trialled for this. Basically, there was Aiden, Cuthbert, Bede and Oswald, and each team would compete for the title. Literally, you do the team points announcement and everyone would be on the edge of the seats, man. Anyway, to become the captain, you needed to stand up in front of everyone and explain why you should become the captain of that house. Now, literally everyone that stood up, alright, what you meant to say for becoming house captain is something that literally doesn't matter whatsoever. My reason, I remember this actually, was this. Hi everyone. Basically, I want to be captain because I think I could do a good job of being captain, and fuck. My granddad was a teacher, so they know school. Also, fucking hell, is it me or is it Alright, I didn't say that obviously. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here is my vice captain badge for when I was in Bede. I mean, look at this. Look at the quality, man. French in primary. This doesn't even deserve its own little section because it was disgusting. It was the most bullshit lesson ever. I mean, it's worse than secondary school French lessons. No one liked it. You literally just learned about planets and like how to say days of the week. That's all you learned in about 5 years of education. Although French was the worst lesson in primary, the best lesson was art. I mean, this was basically why I chose art for GCSE, alright? Because primary school art, it was heaven, alright? It was gold. It was an hour of just pure heaven. You'd sit down, right, and then the teachers start walking towards the middle of both of these classrooms, and they'd be like, oh my god, surely not, surely not. And then they'd pull out the bloody A2 sheets of paper and they'd be like, mate, draw a mountain with these little crayons, and you'd go for it. Everyone would be happy, teacher would be cracking jokes, you'd be laughing, you'd be having a great time. For some art lessons, you'd like go outside and then you'd get like a little frame and you'd draw like a tree or something. I mean, it hardly ever happened as well. We savoured it. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful lesson. To leave the school, in the primary school I went to get out of it, there was like a little button on the wall, and it was like a little metal square and then had a green light around it, and you'd press it and it would unlock the door so that you could get out. But to get back into the school, you either needed a little key card or someone on the inside had to press the button for you. Now, basically, you get door monitors, alright, and these people would stand there at break and lunch at this little button so that people that wanted to come back inside could just go to the door and say, hi, can you let me in please? And then they'd press the button and you'd be let in. Now, this was pretty much slavery, okay? I don't know how they got away with it. You'd write your name down to be door monitor, and you have no idea what you're signing up to, pal. Literally, you'd write that name down, you'd write when you wanted it for. I was on a Tuesday, and the good thing is that you got a friend with you, so I think I was with Leon Muir at one point. Oh, it was great. At lunch, alright, if you got to go down to the field, which I mentioned in the other primary school video, so go and check that out if you're not filled in. Anyway, if people went down to the field, then you'd ask the teacher, oh, please can I go down to the field with all of my friends and have a nice time? No. What do you mean? You're door monitor. So you'd be stood there, your friend would go down, they'd be like, oh, please can I just go down to the field? You'd be like, yeah. Fine, leave me, I'll be alright. And they'd be like, right, thanks, bye, I'm up to the field. And you'd just be stood there by yourself, and literally no one would come back, so you'd literally just be stood against the wall. You'd start pressing the button and just pissing about with it. Now, if you're a solid 8-year-old, alright, back then, instead of pressing the button to get out, oh god, I'll just demonstrate. What the fuck? Alright guys, now, just quickly, I wanna bring back some nostalgic memories, okay? Back when I was in primary school, there was this lad, alright? And I say lad because he was an absolute G. He was a lad. Anyway, this lad called Vishal, alright? Vishal, if you're watching, I'd like to meet up with you again someday, alright? Anyway, his uncle, I believe, took a video of him climbing a tree in year 3 or 4, and he put it on YouTube, alright? And this is when Vishal became a viral sensation. Oh my, I remember, we were laughing so much at this. I mean, watching it back, right, listening to that guy's laugh. Sounds like he's like quickly letting air out of a balloon or something. It's just, why?